Okay.
23rd of March, Rabbi Levitt, Pele Yoetz.
So we have good timing. You came at the right time. It's your turn to start off the next section on page 366. Schar Schir.
Schar Schir. Schar is reward. What's Schir?
The person that was hired to do the work that's going to get the payoff.
Ah,
The sentence is on that day you shall pay his wages.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't think it's just modern Hebrew. Even the Gemara uses a sechir is a hired hand, a hired worker, sechir, because he is. In other words, you're renting his services. A socher is a renter.
right.
But it's got the same three letters in its shorish as the word sachar.
So it's the wages of a laborer, I guess.
Yeah.
Paying wages in a timely fashion is one of the 613 mitzvos. As it is written, on that day you shall pay his wages. The Kabbalist wrote that the esoteric nature of this mitzvah is that on the week in which one fulfills it, he will merit that the Shabbos, he will merit on that Shabbos an additional level of body, spirit, and soul. Relative to this tremendous benefit, it is appropriate for someone unto whom Hashem has granted the financial ability to arrange for work to be done for him during the week in order to fulfill this mitzvah. How much more so is it incumbent upon the heads of the congregation to timely pay the wages of all those individuals who work on behalf of the congregation. For example, chazans, caretakers, teachers. Let's see. For example, I find repugnant the practice in some small towns where a list is given in the hands of the officers of the congregation to collect from individuals, and there are several people who do not pay their pledge in the proper time, and they push off the collectors day after day. The collectors complain they are not answered. This is certainly considered the sin of the congregation and their disgrace. That the community owes money to individuals and they do not pay in a timely fashion those people who perform the work of the congregation, the labor of heaven, who must wander about for their bread. Such a thing should not be among the Jewish people.
Okay. Very good. Schar Schir. right? So so a person goes in a taxi, and and at the end of the ride, he pays the taxi driver. I believe if he has he should have in mind that he's fulfilling one of the Taryag mitzvahs, that you pay somebody who's working for you. You pay him timely as you leave the cab. Yeah. Yes, this should be wow. Okay. And of course, somebody that comes to work in the house, you have to be careful to make sure you pay them timely. And this is what he's talking about, that there's people that work on behalf of the congregation. Also, one has to make sure that he does if there's a certain payment that's put upon the people in the members of the congregation, so they got to make sure that they timely pay it, so that the officers can timely pay the people that are working for the congregation. Oh, and this is quite interesting what he brings from the Kabbalists. This is fascinating. That he says that somebody who fulfills this mitzvah on the week that he fulfills this mitzvah, he merits on Shabbos to have a tosefes of the three Naran, Ruach, tosefes, like neshama yisera. It's a way to have neshama yisera, and it's very very interesting. Okay. All right. Next one. We have a round of applause for Schar Sachir. That's how you pronounce it. Sachar Sachir. There's a patach under the chaf, and a kometz under the sin, and a chirik underneath the second chaf. Sachar Sachir. Sachir. Okay. And now we go to, we still have some time. Schar Mitzvah. But a round of applause for Sachar Sachir. Yes, sir. Hooray. Very good. And now we go back to our resident Cohen, our in-house Cohen.
Okay.
Mayor.
So this is Schar Mitzvah. Reward
Schar
for
Mitzvah. Ooh, wow.
Okay. We learned in the Mishnah in Avot, evaluate the reward for a mitzvah. This is a fundamental principle in Judaism. Behold, a person labors an entire day to earn 10 copper coins, or even less, and for the wage of 100 copper coins, he will agree to labor an entire week. If the wage will be 1,000 copper coins, he will agree to labor an entire month. And if the wage will be 1,000 golden coins, he will agree to labor an entire year or several years with all of the difficulties in the world. He will climb mountains, descend into valleys, sail the oceans, and suffer heat by day and cold by night. Many such similar troubles are encountered by the merchants who eat the bread of anxiety. All of these things are nothing to them compared to the benefit of the profit he thinks he is earning. Perhaps he is earning. Sometimes, after all of his toil and efforts, he loses it all and he does not profit. Nonetheless, he goes back and tries again. Perhaps he will profit, even if he will earn a vast treasure. In all, it is all vanity and a vexation of the spirit. What advantage does a man gain by all his toil, even if he is wildly successful? He will not take all of it with him when he dies. He will only have the mitzvot and the good deeds that he sends ahead. If you ask any person who is called by the name Israel, what is the value of Torah and good deeds? He answers, all the gold and silver in the world cannot approach its value. All of the desires of a person are not equal to it. It is true and established that whoever does even the most minor mitzvah, whether in thought, speech, or action, will absolutely earn a great reward more than a vast treasure. And a person who commits one sin, whether he violates a positive mitzvah or a negative mitzvah, will lose very much, even more than a man who loses a tremendous fortune and more than a man who loses his life. This is true and clear as the sun, and all of the Jewish people believe in this. Consequently, a person who violates any mitzvah or commits premeditatedly, even a minor sin, behold, he is comparable to a man who takes a bag of gold coins and throws it into the ocean, or to someone who commits suicide. Our sages in Sota noted correctly, a person does not sin unless a spirit of folly enters him first. There is no fool greater than this. A living man must take this to heart and run like a deer and be strong as a lion to perform even the most insignificant good and run away from the slightest violation. And this, it says in Mishlei, if you will seek it like silver and search for it like a hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of God.
Wow. Okay, so what I get out from this paragraph here is that the schar for mitzvahs is so great, and so our main efforts and our main aspirations, and maybe even a very significant part of our time when we're not tied down to having to work or earn a parnasa, should be in order to perform mitzvahs, because the payment is so great. It's such a great payment. He brings a Mishnah in Avos. The Mishnah in Avos says, "Have a machashev schar mitzvah." So that's what we were just talking about before. That we should let's take a look at that Mishnah in Avos. What does it mean? Have a machashev schar mitzvah. Ricky Avos.
Here, yeah, well, let's see what I have here. 2, 1.
Mm.
Okay, I didn't realize we don't have too much time left. So let's just see this very quickly over here. Okay, so it's chapter 2, first Mishnah.
Let's see if that works. This.
Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, Rebbe Omer Ezu Derech Yesharash Yavalo Adam Kol Shehi Tiferes Lo Osa V'Tiferes Lo Minamak. When Adam, we're not going to get into that because Havi Zohir B'Mitzvah Kala K'B'Chamura. Be diligent and careful in a minor mitzvah as well as a more weighty one. She'ena Tayodea Matan Skaran Shel Mitzvahs. Then it says Havi Machashev Hefsid Mitzvah Keneged Skara. V'schar Aveira Keneged Hefseda.
Where it's in the art scroll, do you know?
It's well, in my art scroll, it's on page 597, but I have a paperback Siddur.
Oh, what's interesting is the Mishnah doesn't actually have the same language that the Pele Yoetz brings. Havi machashev skar mitzvah. Where does it say machashev skar mitzvah? It says havi machashev hefsid mitzvah keneged skara, and skar aveira keneged hefseda. It's interesting. It's not exactly the same language, but okay. Okay, we don't have time to get into this. It's already 11:32. So maybe we'll take a look at this tomorrow because this is I think a point to get into. And we wish Mayor a wonderful day and a Chodesh Tov. Bezrat Hashem, not only a wonderful day, but a whole month of wonderful days.
Amen.
Mm.
Especially the month that Pesach comes in.
Yeah. Chodesh Nisan. Each one of the first 12 days of the month represents it corresponds to one of the months of the year. That's how important and there's even a custom that the people have to lane they do a laning on the first 12 days. Anyway. Okay, all the best, Mayor. And we will be back. Are we gonna have another share of Akama today? People want another share?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
84A3, right?
What?
84A3?
Where are you talking?
84, 83, what?
84A3.
84A3?
What are you referring to?
Baba Kama, right?
No, we're on 106.
Okay.
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes soon.
Okay. We'll be back.
Hmm.